Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Hey everybody, how are you? I hope and pray that you've had an amazing day. I am Nichelle Womack, your host, the Startup CEO, helping you to start a profitable business, start, market, and grow from your kitchen table while you're still working your 9 to 5. I'm the Startup CEO. Today, we are going to be talking about 10 ways to grow your sales in your business. Who does not want to grow their sales? That's why you're in business, right? So growing your sales may not seem like an easy thing to do, but I will tell you, in today's marketplace, there are so many opportunities for you to do that. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Motor Club of America. You can go to theroadsidebuddy.com and learn more about Motor Club of America and how you can utilize it not only as a service, but as a business opportunity as well. Talking about services that people need and use on a daily basis. So when we're talking about increasing sales in your business, what are your struggles? You know, as a certified life coach and certified business coach, one thing that I do with my clients on a regular basis is we talk about the SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and then the threats. Because in the SWOT analysis, what you will find is that in each of those categories, there is significant opportunity for you to grow. And a lot of people struggle with sales. When I'm speaking to my clients about some of those weaknesses, majority of the time they can literally be developed into strengths if you focused in, or if they focused in on the right things. Now, our strengths can really enable us to develop in so many different ways. And then there's always opportunity that we miss sales opportunities by sometimes talking too much and sometimes not really hearing what the client is saying, what they're asking for, and what they need. I've said many times that people will tell you everything that they need from you if you just listen. And then there's a lot of threats that are out there. One being competition, but I don't necessarily like to look at them as a threat because everybody can't do everything. And when you look at what your strengths are as a person, as a business, you can take those weaknesses from other competition or the competition itself and create opportunities for them, for yourself. You can create opportunities. And so when I am helping people to build businesses, to, grow their businesses, I'm looking at a total synopsis of what you've done and where you are now. So every day of your life, you are selling yourself first and foremost, because people buy from people. They don't necessarily buy from companies. They buy from the person. Nothing happens until you're successful at doing that, selling yourself. And how do you sell yourself? You're approachable. People should not be afraid to come speak to you about anything, especially if it relates to your business and how you can help them. We're all in the selling business, whether we like it or not. It doesn't matter whether you're a lawyer, an accountant, a teacher, a manager, a politician, a doctor, or an engineer. We all spend a great deal of our time trying to persuade people to buy our product, our service, our thoughts, our ideas, to accept our proposals, or merely accept what we say. So before we get into persuading or influencing other people, you need to get to be better associated with yourself and be motivated and inspired on selling yourself. And that's not always easy. So today I'm going to share with you 10 simple steps of inspiration, self-motivation that you can utilize in your daily practice of business that will inspire you to ask for that sale. You have not because you ask not. And if you don't ask for the sale, then you can't expect to get it. The first thing that you must do, the first and foremost thing that you must do is that you must believe in your product or your service or whatever it is that you're offering. You must believe in it. How can you make other people believe in it if you don't believe in it yourself? So selling yourself is pretty much like selling anything else. Firstly, you need to believe in what you're selling. That means believing in you. And I'm just going to pause here for a second and just ask you to confirm this and affirm this in saying, I believe in myself. It's about lots of positive self-talk, the right attitude. And the first thing people notice is your attitude. Your attitude is your altitude. And in your altitude, you express gratitude for what it is that you do. And so if you're like most people, which I hope not, I hope you're different, then you suffer from that lack of confidence from time to time. And it's easy to fall into the trap of demotivation, the trap of I'm not good at what I do, the trap at I wish I can do it better, or the trap of I wish I was like them. God created each and every one of us different. And I always express to my clients that if you want to grow, you need to know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So now am I a business coach, I'm a life coach, and everything that I do, I center it around things that make us greater. So when you lack confidence, go to the source that tells you that you are great. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in this world. The confidence that you need to rock your life, to rock your world. And it really does come down to how you talk to yourself. How are you talking to yourself? What do you say to yourself when you get up in the morning? The first thing that I personally say is I put my feet on the ground and I give God thanks just for having the opportunity to have a new day. Because guess what? Somebody else didn't get that opportunity. And then I tell the devil, look out now. I'm up and I'm getting ready to start some stuff. And you might not like everything that I'm getting ready to do, devil, but it's not for you. It's for the God that I serve, because he gives me strength each and every day. So whatever your quote is, use that quote. Whatever you get strength from, use that strength to pull yourself out of self-denial and lack of confidence. The majority of people are more likely to talk themselves into negativity than positivity. This is what holds most people back in life. You have to understand that if you want something to happen in your life, you have to make the decision. It isn't just about that positive attitude, though. It's about the right attitude, the winning attitude, the attitude that nothing can stop me but me. Yeah, people like to blame things on race and all that stuff. And I'm not denying that, because a lot of doors have been shut because of what we look like on an external of our skin, or the gender that we are, women or men, or things of that nature, or who we are, or who people think we are. But you can't let that hold you back, and you can't let that be an excuse as to why you can't achieve what it is that you want to achieve in life. The quality of your thinking means so much to your success. Successful people have a constructive and optimistic way of looking at themselves and the things that they do. They have an attitude of being calm, confident, self-reassured. And see, a lot of times people think that when you're self-reassured, that you're cocky, that you have some type of, that you think you're better than everybody else, when that's not exactly it. Your confidence exudes when you walk into a room. And you should feel good about yourself and believe that everything that you do will lead to your inevitable success. When you know whose you are, you can walk in that confidence and not be arrogant, because we all know that God loves a humble person. So you don't necessarily have to be arrogant when you know you got your stuff together. If you're in a sales job, or you're a business owner, manager, or even if you're just working in your career and you rocking everything you do, continually you need to work on your attitude. You need to listen to the little voice that goes on in your head that talks to you and that says that you're on top. Go for it. Be confident. What's holding you back? Who says that you can't do it? What makes them better than you? You got to talk to yourself like you're the boss. And I don't care what level you are in life. You are the boss of you. You're the CEO of you, the Chief Executive Officer. And so if you're hearing, I can't do this or that, or they won't want to buy at this moment, or we're too expensive, or better change your self-thought. Talk to yourself or change your job. You know, you are what you believe. You are what you say. You are what you do. As Jim Rohn once said, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around. And if you're hanging around 5 negative people, what type of life do you think you're going to have? What do you think you're going to achieve if all you hang around with is negativity? That's what you're going to start believing. So start believing in yourself and don't let the things that are out here in this world that are negative control or affect your attitude. Avoid criticizing yourself and condemning and complaining, and start spreading a little happiness in your life. Stop looking at what is and start looking what could be, the possibilities of you. You are possible. Remember the saying of Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Company? If you believe you can do a thing, or if you believe you can't, in either case, you're probably right. What you tell yourself is what you can do. And what you tell yourself you can't do is what you can't do. Again, I go back to the quote from the Word. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Number 2, the packaging must grab attention. Like any other product we buy, or the way the product is packaged and designed, pretty packages sell all the time and presented with influence by the customer's decision to buy. But just because it's pretty don't mean it's wrapped tight, or don't mean that what's in it is good. Everything about you needs to look good, and you must always dress appropriately for the occasion, smelling good, looking good from head to toe. You must look like money. You must look like you can afford what you're talking about and what you're doing. See, some people will tell you that dress doesn't matter, but first impressions are lasting impressions. And so if you come to people dressing broke or looking broke, and I'm not saying go out there and spend all your money on clothes and your external appearance, because literally internally is what counts. But people pay attention to that. Don't think that just because your customer dresses casually that they expect you to dress that same way. They don't expect that. They want to see you looking like what you're selling or what you're talking about. The style and color of your clothes that you wear, your eyeglasses, your shoes, your purse, your jewelry, and whatever you use, they all make a statement about you. And that statement can say, I am the CEO. Number 3, I want to talk to you about this is because using names are so appropriate when you're talking to people. Everybody want to be characterized as a name, not just a number. So use your customers' names as soon as you can, but don't overdo it. Address them by their name specifically. Business is less formal nowadays. However, be careful of using first names initially. Some people don't want you to use their first name. Make sure your customer knows your name and remembers it. My name is kind of different. So, a lot of times people always call me Michelle, and I have to clarify Michelle just so that they remember. And they'll say, oh, that's different. And majority of the time they remember it when I come back. Now I change my hair all the time, so they don't always remember my face, but they remember my name. Oh, okay, I spoke to a Nichelle because I remember that name. And one trick that I use all the time to try to remember people is to associate them with things. I associate them with hairstyles, color, clothes that they wore that day, the things that they said to me. You can use tricks to help you remember people's name. And sometimes it helps for people that have a hard time remembering. So use something that help you remember people's name just so that you don't forget it, because everybody likes to be addressed by who they are. Number 4, You can't go wrong with smiling. I like to use the joke that if you don't smile now, you better, because pretty soon you won't have teeth. I know you've heard that before, and no need to get carried away with it, but you do need to smile. Just a pleasant, open face that brightens the day, and don't necessarily frighten people away. Smiling can be contagious. It's a good thing to do. The next thing I want to share with you is watching the other person. Number 5, what does their body language tell you? As I mentioned earlier, sometimes we can talk too much and sell ourselves out of a sale. Are people comfortable with you, or are they a little nervous? Sometimes your appearance can make people nervous, believe it or not. If you come off too aggressive, if you don't come off confident, those things make people nervous, and you want to make the buyer as confident about you as you are confident about yourself. Are they listening to you, or are their eyes are just, moving all around the room? When I'm working the room, I like for people to have confidence and eye contact with me, because I know you've heard this before. If they're not looking at you, they're thinking about something else. And so if they're not comfortable with you, they're not necessarily going to be listening to you. And, you want to make sure that they're listening to you. No point of telling them something important about your business and they're not paying attention. And it's better to make small part talk important. Get them to talk about themselves. People love to talk about themselves. The person I like to get to do this is the gatekeeper, because when you walk in that door and you talk to the gatekeeper about their day, their grandkids, what they got going on for the evening, the weekend, I'm telling you, they will spill the beans. Maybe not right then and there, but eventually, if you get to know people like who they are and what they do and what they love to do, they will be more interested in what you have to say. I saw a quote by President Barack Obama a while ago that he says he treats the CEO just like he treats the janitor. And everybody loves to feel like they are the boss. And so as a salesperson, it's important that you make people that you come in contact with feel important. It's best to go on the assumption that in the first few minutes of meeting someone new, that they won't take in much of what you say, because they're too busy. Most of the time, they're analyzing all the visual data that they're taking in. That's why you can't always talk too much. And you got to pay attention to physical signs, mental signs, and signs that they show you on a regular basis. Don't talk yourself out of a sale. Number 6, you want to listen and look like you're listening. You don't want to just be staring at them and gazing and not really paying attention to their body language and what it is that they're trying to say. Many people, particularly men, will listen, but they don't necessarily show you that they're listening. If they're holding their head down or listening to music or writing or anything of that nature, the other person can only go on what they see, not what's going on inside your head. Excuse me. So if they see a blank expression on your face, then they're going to probably assume that you're not paying attention, that you're out to lunch, that you're thinking about what you're going to do when you get off, or that you're trying to speak while they're speaking to you. The trick is to do all the active listening that you can, such as nodding your head in agreeance and the occasional or I hear what you're saying. And then you want to follow that up. So if I understand what you're saying, you're telling me this. You want to affirm what they just told you, because in the affirmation of what they just told you can be their answer, their need, their desire. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that. Be interested in what they're saying. That's number 7. If you're interested in what they're saying, this is really the most important thing that you can do when selling successfully and selling yourself successfully. The majority of people are very concerned about their image. And if they sense that you value them, people want to be appreciated, that you feel that they're important, that they're worth listening to, then you can effectively raise their self-image. You can effectively raise their self. And bottom line, if you can help people to like themselves, then they'll love you. They will literally fall in love with you. The more compliments you give them, the more you make them feel like they're important, they'll respect you even more. But don't fall into the trap of flattering the other person simply because most people will see right through you and they won't fall for it. Just show some type of genuine interest in the customer and their business and what they do, and they'll be much more receptive of what you have to say. And so the bottom line is, number 8, you want to mirror the other person. You want to mirror what they do, just so that you can be in tune with them and what they're doing. This doesn't necessarily mean mimicking them. It just means that you need to speak and behave in a manner that is similar to the customer. Be their mirror. For example, if your customer speaks slowly or quietly, then you want to speak slowly or quietly. Remember, people like people who are like themselves. That's so key to remember. People like people who are like themselves. This doesn't mean, that you have to, like I said, go back and mimic them or not. But you want to make certain that you try your best to be as close to what they are seeking so that you can sell on their behalf. Number 9, you want to talk positive. You want to talk positive, nothing negative. Don't say anything like, isn't it a horrible day? Or isn't business tough? Or, something like, anything that pulls people down or the conversation down. Otherwise, your conversation throughout that is going to be down. Now, oftentimes, I know being in my business, when I'm talking to people, I'll ask her how's their day going? Oh, it's all right. Things of that nature. So I try to turn the tables and make them feel like today is going to be a great day and take their mind away from what's holding them back or what's frustrating them. So say things like, and only the truth, like, I like the design of your office, or I like the things that you do, or your business really motivates me, or you inspire me by the things that you've done. I've heard some good reports about your product. Talk positively. And no matter how they feel, you can change the way people feel based upon your conversation with them, based upon talking to them in an affirmative way. And you could change your own personal aspect. As I mentioned earlier, how you talk to yourself. Same way if you're talking to other people. Being a parent, one thing that I always do, I speak positively. I affirm over my children. I confirm over their success regularly, because life can be depressing sometimes, but you want to consistently be in the positive spirit. And the more you surround yourself around positivity, the more you speak positive things, the more positive is going to show up in your life. I do believe in what you say to the universe kind of basically comes back to you. So I know it may be hard sometimes, but try your best to surround yourself with positive people and speak as much positive words into your day, into your business, into your activity on a regular basis. Number 10, you always want to be warm and friendly. And so if you look or sound stressed or aggressive, then don't be surprised if the other person gets offended or defensive and are less willing to cooperate with you. If you look and sound warm and fuzzy, then more than likely they're going to get a positive response from you. Now, this isn't about being old too nice or goody two shoes or anything of that nature. It's just about being real. And it's about building relationships with people. People buy from people they know, they like, they trust, and they respect. If they know, like, trust, and respect you, you can feel assured that they will more than likely do business with you. It's about having a pleasant, open face or a warm tone over the phone. And before we can get down to the process of selling ourselves, our product, our service, our ideas, our mindset, whatever it is that we got going on, then we need to be sure, as we possibly can, that the customer has bought into us and that they have our full attention. It's kind of hard to sell to somebody if you don't know what you're talking about. It's very hard to sell to somebody if you don't know more about your product. When you are selling to other people, you don't necessarily have to know more than them. It's wise to do that. It's wise to know more about your product, but you want to find out what their needs are, what their desires are, and how you can help them. It's all about helping the other person see that what you have to offer them, they need. Because if they don't need it, then there's no need for you to talk to them. There's no need for you to talk to them. So if you are interested in growing your business beyond what it currently is right now, I do have a sale on some small business guides, and it goes over a lot of stuff to help you to grow into your business and to literally figure out how you can impact your business on a bigger level, talking about different things that you can do with video, different things that you can do in the social media area out there. Because see, everything right now, if you haven't paid attention, everything is social. I remember back when I was starting my business, most of everything I did was on a referral basis, and people referred people to me. But nowadays, if you are online, you are literally putting your business in front of the world. And so in these small business guides, you're going to get how to grow your brand with seminar marketing. All of these are guides now. So that's 36 pages. How to use your social media marketing effectively and develop your business. That's about 37 pages. And how to grow your business with text message marketing. That's something right now, again, you can reach so many people because everybody is on their phone. And that's about 34 pages. Building your brand with video marketing. More and more, because I know right now I do video marketing on YouTube. I do it on Periscope, and I'm on Instagram. And you can follow me at all those different sites at Nichelle Womack. That's my handle on Periscope, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube at Nichelle Womack. I can't tell you how much more video marketing is so important because people like to connect with you via your brand by seeing you. And these 10 strategies won't mean nothing if you don't know how to build relationships from day one. You remember I said people buy from you by liking you, trusting you, respecting you, and knowing you. Those are the 4 components of sales. Know, like, trust, and respect. And people get that when you're talking about video marketing. So these guides that I'm sharing with you, you're going to learn how to do that. Building your list with email marketing. I used to hear back in the day, the money was in the list. And I've been in business 25 years. And if I knew what I knew back then, what I know today, God knows how big my list would be. Everybody's not always good on your list, though. So we'll talk about that. That's another podcast. That's another one there. But build your list with email marketing, 33 pages. Then we go into talking about building and growing your Facebook pages. We talk about searching in your own backyard. So many people miss so much money in their backyard when you're talking about sales. Searching your own backyard with local SEO, search engine optimization. Then we go into building a powerful mobile marketing website. Your website is your front door. Your website is your storefront. And if you don't have a website, eventually you need to get one. The first thing you need to figure out is what type of business you're in, and then putting that perhaps on a landing page. You don't have to go spend a lot of money, especially if you're a startup CEO. I talk to my people about just getting the essentials, the things that are needed for you to help you to start a business. And of course, a website is one of those things. So this guide will help you do that. How to develop a positive online reputation. Just as offline, online, your reputation is so important because all you need is one bad thing for people to say about you and it ruins your reputation. But everybody ain't going to like you. You got to be honest with that. Everybody is not going to like you and what you do. Especially your haters. Yes, there are haters. Jesus had haters. We have haters too. People have haters. Yes. Yes, Lord. So this is going to teach you how to develop a positive online reputation. And then we're going to talk about earning with pay per click. There are so many things. If you're not involved in affiliate marketing, shame on you because you are wasting a lot of money. You're losing a lot of money, pay per click marketing. We're going to talk about that. And then this guide talks to you about getting the word out with press release marketing. When you are introducing your business as a startup entrepreneur, startup CEO, you want to release a press release to let people know, hey, I'm here. And that's what a press release does. There's so much more involved with it. So that guide will teach you that too. How to develop your Foursquare marketing, more avenues for social media marketing out there, getting found on Google. Google is the leading search engine. And if you can't be found on Google, you're going to be lost in everything else. So this guide will help you with that as well. Building connections with LinkedIn marketing. LinkedIn marketing is for professionals. Facebook is trying to get that way, but they never really got that way because a lot of people still do social marketing on there. But it's still a great place to meet and connect with people. But LinkedIn marketing, if you want to find those people that can associate with your brand, can understand your brand, that are business minded, business affiliated, LinkedIn is a place to go. And this guide will help you do that as well. Go to bit.ly/small biz guides. Again, that's bit.ly/small biz guides. And I'll put this at the link in the notes for the podcast as well, so you can go back there just in case you didn't get it. But you definitely want to grab that guide because it is so much powerful information in there. And I have it on sale today for, I think it's $47. It's 15 individual training guides to help you grow, to start, market, and grow your business. Growing your business takes multiple tools and resources to be a success. And in this training guide, as I mentioned, you're going to get a wealth of information to assist you to start, market, and grow your business into a profitable enterprise. Even if it's from your kitchen table, from your brick and mortar, wherever you are, these training strategy guides are great. So I thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me, Nichelle Womack, the Startup CEO. I hope and pray that I've shared some information, inspiration, and motivation for you to get out of your comfort zone and to be able to be profitable in the gifts that God has blessed you with. I've shared with you today 10 ways that you can start up your business, get more sales, and be profitable out there in the process. Okay? And so if you're social, connect with me on Instagram at Nichelle Womack. I'm also on Periscope at Nichelle Womack. And I am on YouTube at Nichelle Womack and on Facebook at Nichelle Womack. I look forward to connecting with you very soon. May everything you touch, may it turn to gold. Blessings and peace unto you until next time. Take care. Bye-bye.